This video will introduce users to the benefits of using CareerZone and provide an overview of the features. We will also hear from teachers, counselors, transition coordinators, and administrators who have successfully used CareerZone in their work.
CareerZone, I think, is very versatile. You can use it with one student, you can use it with a group of students. The students can be very diverse in their academic background, and I think that the language that it uses on its website is very easy for students to understand.
I think that CareerZone is a terrific tool for providing a wide range of opportunities for students to explore careers.
CareerZone is an online career exploration and planning site funded and supported by the New York State Department of Labor. The site offers in-depth career and education information for hundreds of occupations at no cost to the users. CareerZone covers the different stages of career development, including developing awareness, exploring careers, and planning for the future. And the site can be translated into a multitude of languages. The Assess Yourself tool helps students discover and learn more about their interests and strengths and matches them with potential careers. CareerZone provides students with over 800 occupation profiles and more than 400 videos.
Many of the careers have an interview with somebody who's in that career, so that's another opportunity to actually see somebody that is doing the job, to hear from them what they spend their day doing, what they like about their job, what they don't like about their job.
Additionally, students can search and explore the career database by specifically selecting a career interest, wage, or education level. The portfolio was developed in support of the New York State Education Department's Career Plan Initiative. It's a tool that allows students to save any occupations that interest them and to document their achievements. Portfolios may include samples of students' work, assessment scores, and other evidence of their abilities. The Dollars and Cents budgeting tool helps students see what they can afford based on their personalized living and spending preferences. They can also create a personalized budget to figure out which of CareerZone's many occupations best fit their interests and goals. Need to help students prepare their job application? Have them use CareerZone's job search tools to create a resume, generate a reference list for future employers, design a cover letter, and more, all for no cost. The students can use the guest tools to create quick versions of these assets, or save more comprehensive versions by using their portfolio account. The occupation profile pages in CareerZone link to real job openings through the New York State Job Bank, a state employment database. Students can read through the employment openings to see what other qualifications they may need to land their dream job. Students can utilize the School Programs feature to explore colleges across the country, offering majors that lead to careers that interest them. They can also use the Advanced Search option, which allows users to specifically inquire about type of degrees awarded, the location, and institution type.
When using CareerZone, I learned that when you go into the job field of music production, you need a college degree or higher, say master's if you want. And yeah, it'd be helpful if you knew what you were doing before you went to college, because that's what colleges are looking for the best of the best.
CareerZone also highlights STEM careers specifically because the Department of Commerce has found that science, technology, engineering, and math fields offer some of the best paying jobs with the greatest potential for job growth. CareerZone can help teachers, counselors, and parents work together with students to help them achieve their goals as part of the CDOS commencement credential.
It helps you find jobs, opportunities out there.
I like that. It gives you a head start on what you might want to do in the future.
One of my students who created the account, he learned something about a career that he imagined to be something completely opposite of what it was.
I thought of engineering a whole different perspective. I thought it was basically carpentry, doing fixing cars as a mechanic, building tables, house wiring houses, but actually, once I looked up the information, engineering is actually coming up with design and actual product.
But I think it really helped him just to be able to identify with his skill level and his interest level.
CareerZone helps a lot of individuals and teenagers look out for job opportunities. of their own interest.
For more information on CareerZone, please check out our 6 instructional videos on how to use the main features of the site. Whether you're a student, educator, counselor, or community organization, CareerZone has resources for you. If you're in the process of exploring, planning, or preparing for a career, try CareerZone today at www.careerzone.ny.gov.